Hi guys, in this video we're changing the EGR cooler on the van because it has died. The first video I did was the EGR valve, so to get to where we are right now you might want to watch that. I'll put the link in the description. But yeah, they are a bit of a pain in the ass to change, but it was definitely needed. Some people take all the front end off to get these off, but I've done it all sat in place. Access is a bit difficult, but through this video will be step by step how to get this thing off. Alright, so I'm on with the EGR cooler, and one of the first things I'm going to do is take this 10mm bolt out here and get this dipstick tube pipe out of the way, which will make getting to those two 10mm a lot easier. Okay, so here's my EGR cooler, and this is what I need to change. But one of the first things I'm going to do is take this coolant pipe off, this big one here, because then when that's off it will give me room to get to the bolts on the end here, which I need to get this off. The top two bolts and the bottom two underneath the cooler itself, those ones, they should be easy enough to get to. And this pipe here is already off, so I'm going to crack on with that now. Okay, so now that big pipe is off, I can see the bolts there. Well, one of them's there and the other one's just underneath, so they're pretty easy to get at now with a sort of like a line stick. Alright, we have the old one out, and get into those. The top two bolts are nice and easy. These bottom two are a bit difficult. I sort of had to go underneath this cable here. Oh yeah, and just a word of warning, disconnect your battery before you do this. I'll put a timestamp in the video before this stage, but yeah, definitely disconnect the battery because you're getting very close to these terminals and you risk shorting out. So don't do that and disconnect your battery. New one is here, ready to go in, and you can see on this one how that's okay. This is hard to record, and see, that's really springy. Oh god, Ash, it's hard, guys, recording, and then like that one, it's seized, so that's dead as well. So we definitely needed one of these. So I'm gonna go right back and just start putting all this back together. Coolant wise, the coolant, I actually changed it about a month ago and it's gone like a brownie colour, and I think because this was leaking and letting air in and soot, it's basically contaminated the coolant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flush all the coolant out and put a fresh coolant in. To be fair, for the first go I might fill it with water, let it run for an hour or two, get it up to temp, then I might just dump it and put fresh coolant in just to try and get out any contaminants. Alright, so we're getting there now. I've got the cooler on, I've just sort of got this pipe in place and got the EGR valve on the first two bolts. But a good thing to do with like the bottom bolt, for example, just put a little bit of tape on your ratchet so your bolt doesn't fall out, and then because I've got to go in it from the bottom and I can't really see where I'm going, so that way I know I ain't gonna drop a bolt. Just a nice little hack to help you out. Right, so I am just about finished now. I think about 4 hours in total to do the whole thing. I can see why people take like the front ends off to get these off, because sort of fitment and getting to it access wise it is pretty bad, but I think I probably did save quite a bit of time just by doing it as it sits. But yeah, overall not a bad job. I just need to run up to temp now and put some more coolant in it, and then I'm probably going to flush it and put some fresh stuff in later date. But for now, guys, we're there, and another job done on the van.